Hey everyone, Eric Lima here once again, bringing you another episode of The Bridge Up, which will be a pilot mini-series that will lead from EML-77 TV of 2020 to WEML 70, TV Channel 77 in 2021. And this will be a Bridge Up during the holiday season where I still continue my original run of things as far as some of the stuff from the segments from the EML 77 show. TV show to bring it here, and some new features that will be happening thanks to the power of the Logitech webcam programming that has been updated and upgraded since I got my new computer a couple of weeks ago. So, could you believe that next week's already Thanksgiving? I can't believe it either. I mean, it's been a real stone bummer. Let me tell you, of a year. But I will be working on Thanksgiving morning, 6 in the morning to 9 in the morning to get everything prepared. And the fact that the Dartmouth Mall, will be open at 6 a.m. in the morning, not the usual midnight stuff, because of the curfew that is in full effect. So the mall had to change things a little bit, unfortunately. But Black Friday is not going to be the same Black Friday, and who knows for sure. My mother thinks that everybody's going to be at the mall, packed up at the mall on Black Friday. Never know for sure. They're going to have to work around that. Okay, so all right, so the formalities are out of the way. Let's get to it. NXT recap. First one under the Bridge Up is from last night, of course. The North American title was on the line in a rematch. Leon Ruff, the new champion, upsetting Johnny Gargano, who's been a bit of a crab as of late. Had the match up. It was Johnny Gargano had the match dominated until Damian Priest came out, and Leon Ruff was outside the ring, and Damian Priest says, "I'm sorry, kid," punched him in the face, blatantly right in front of the referee to give Ruff a disqualification victory, and making sure that Johnny Gargano does not become NXT North American Champion again. And so Cameron Grimes put a promo on the Blindfold Match on Dexter Lumis, and the Blindfold Match was happening, and the funny part about that is Cameron Grimes saying, "Lumis, where are you?" And it was even funny. People say it's like Rick Martel and all. And then the referee, who was the zombie for that Halloween Havoc matchup between Lumis and Grimes, Daryl Sharma, actually got knocked out because Cameron Grimes thought that was Lumis, but it wasn't. It was the referee. And because of that, and because Lumis and Grimes had the blindfolds off, it was considered a no contest. So I don't think between those two things have yet to be settled there. And William Regal confronted Damian Priest about what happened. Damian Priest says, "Hey, listen, it's a joke," and everything else. Ruff was a little upset about it and said, and Ruff. Leon Ruff had enough with people saying that he's a joke and all that. Slaps Damian Priest. I'm like, what is the kid thinking here? But he wants to prove that he's not a joke, which I've got to respect Leon Ruff for that. But then, Shotzi Blackheart, there was a promo. Sick and tired of Candice LeRae. He says, "Get ready. 2 words. War Games!" I've always wanted to say that. War Games! War Games is back December the 6th. NXT TakeOver War Games, a cool logo. It seems like Shotzi's ready. Shotzi is going to get to form a team, but Candice LeRae's already worked on that. In fact, Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell teamed against Casey Catanzaro and Kaden Carter, and Hartwell and LeRae picked up the victory in that highly spirited contest. Arturo Ruas was on NXT. He was seen in the Raw Underground, but since that's been shut down, he went back to NXT, faced Kushida, and Kushida won the match. So Kushida's fast rising. I wouldn't be surprised him and Finn Balor down the road for the NXT title. He keeps on winning. I think that could happen. Or he can jump himself into the NXT North American title picture. That'll be excellent. Another women's tag team match happened. Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez to face Ember Moon and Toni Storm. Mackenzie Mitchell interviewed the team of Moon and Storm, and he said, "After we get done here, we'll worry about the women's championship," which that matchup was later on that night as the main event wrestling. And while that match was going on, Ember Moon and Toni Storm, after a highly spirited contest, picked up the victory. But then Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell jumped both Ember Moon and Toni Storm, and then Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez jumped right in on it, and Hartwell and LeRae looked at Kai and Gonzalez. They're nodding their heads. Look, Candice LeRae's got her women's war response to Shotzi Blackheart's promo about War Games. It seems like I think Candice LeRae's got her team ready to go. So Candice LeRae and Dakota Kai once again on the same team, but this time around on the same page, which is going to be scary, to say the least. Meanwhile, Pat McAfee, which excuse my French, I call him Pat Jackassafee because he is one. Pete Dunne, I like to call Pete Dumb. Orny Lorcan, I call him Orny Dorkin, and Danny Lurch, you ring. The Four Stooges arrived at the Capitol Wrestling Center, and then Timothy Thatcher went one-on-one with August Gray. Timothy Thatcher brutalizing the kid, wins that one, but Tommaso Ciampa arrives, and staring down. Timothy Thatcher says, "I got no problem with you." He backs out. I'm like, what? It's so Mackenzie Mitchell interviewed Ciampa during the commercial break, and Ciampa says he wants to fight Thatcher. Tommaso Ciampa versus Timothy Thatcher. Sign me up for that matchup. I love that. Damian Priest was about to have a match, but then Gargano blindsided him. They were brawling, and then all of a sudden, Leon Ruff gets involved and takes them both out, and now they're ticked at Leon Ruff. Leon Ruff wants to prove himself that he's no joke in that ring, and he is no joke as he an American champion. Gotta respect Leon Ruff, man. He was probably sick and tired of being seen as a joke. I think he's trying to do that I'm sure he's got a lot of respect for Damian Priest, is that he needs to prove himself, and that he wants to prove himself and needs to prove himself. And that's how, he has a lot of respect. And God handed to Leon Ruff, man. I'm telling you, that kid's going to be something. Let me tell you. Meanwhile, we go confronted Ruff about this, and Ruff says, I want to take them both on. I would not be surprised. NXT TakeOver War Games, that could triple threat match for the North American title could happen. I'm banking on that. That could be another matchup. And then Rigo went over to Boa's house to confront him because he has not shown the PC. And Boa came out. He's got a hoodie on. It looks like he's been beaten up. I don't know what happened to the poor kid. And Boa's like, no PC today. And I don't know if he's scared. We've heard that Xia Li's in hiding. And he mentioned about she's coming. Who is this individual? Is this individual somebody that could be a threat to Io Shirai's NXT Women's Championship if she retains it against Rhea Ripley? We don't know. Old Boas, the old guy that put the little mark on the right hand of Boa is known as Shifu, and basically known as Shifu, and he said Boa says something about she's coming. Is it Xia Li with a new name, a new look? Or, people are saying if it's Karen Q under a new name, a new look. Is it Meiko Satomura? Rumor has it that she's coming to the NXT. I don't know. We don't know. Time will tell in the future. Down the road. I wouldn't be surprised if this individual appears at War Games. Interesting. NXT TakeOver War Games. So the NXT Women's Championship was the match of the main event. And it was a hard-fought match. Both of these ladies, Io Shirai, my girl on the shirt, and Miss Rhea Ripley, whom I have a lot of respect for and admiration for, they went at it. They went at it, and they went to town. They fought back and forth, pinfalls, near pinfalls, and everything else. They tried to hit each other with the finishing maneuvers. They kicked out of it. But in the end, Io Shirai with the moonsault ends up retaining the title. And then, in a great, awesome sportsmanship, these two ladies respect and love each other. Io Shirai gives Rhea went to go shake her hand, but instead, Io gives her this big old hug, and it was really, really touching. It's really refreshing to see that. And is this Rhea Ripley's last foray for a title shot on NXT? If that's the case, is she going to make her Survivor Series debut? Ironically, the same date The Undertaker made his debut 30 years ago. Will Rhea Ripley be, I think Von Baskin messaged me on Facebook about this. They say that Rhea Ripley could be the next Undertaker. You know what? That could be. That could be. She's not going to be exactly like the Undertaker, gimmick-wise or anything like that, but she's going to have like the same respect like the Undertaker does. Almost the same fanfare, almost, like the same drive like the Undertaker had back in the day. I don't know. I would not be surprised if Lana was taken out again before Survivor Series starts, and then they replace her with Rhea Ripley. But then we get Charlotte Flair. Imagine if Charlotte Flair replaces, Lana in the matchup on Raw, and then SmackDown will counter with Rhea Ripley. Imagine that happening. I don't know. It's just I'm going to say that for the what if in wrestling. That we so Survivor Series. It's so many possibilities. The possibilities are endless. And then while Io Shirai was celebrating, Finn Balor came out to congratulate Io Shirai and got down to business, about to address how he's doing. And then that's right, Pat McAfee, aka Pat Jackassafee, Pete Dunne, the Bruiserweight, aka Pete Dumb, Oni Lorcan, like Oni Dorkin, and Danny Burch, aka Danny Lurch. The Four Stooges, aka the Kings of NXT, came out to interrupt Finn Balor, and they want him to hand over the title. Pat McAfee, are you out of your stinking mind? You expect Finn Balor to hand you over the NXT Championship? That's not how it works, bro. You gotta step in the ring and earn your keep, man. You could even win. Now you lost out on the Super Bowl against the Saints, and you know why? You probably hate the Patriots. You probably accuse them of Deflategate, Spygate, whatever. Pat McAfee is like a Run DMC song. You talk too much, and boy, you never shut up. And he goes, I think Finn Balor says, he was like, well, it's easy for you, the mice to play while the cat's away. Well, the cat is back and look like he dragged in. Lights went out. He shocked the system. Here comes the Undisputed Era. They started battling all over the place. They started fighting. Adam Cole gave a last shot kick to Pat McAfee's face. Hallelujah. Thank you, Lord. Somebody shut McAfee up, and it's Adam Cole, baby. Yes, sir. That's how it's going to be. I'll tell you what. And that ends in a brawl. And then William Regal comes out. He goes, there's only one way to settle this. 2 teams, 8 men, 2 teams of 4. And Undisputed Era goes, I'm begging you this time. We're begging you. Say it. Say it. War Games. That's right. War Games. The Undisputed Era versus Pat McAfee, Pete Dunne, Danny Lurch, Danny Burch, and Oni Lorcan. I call Pat Jackassafee, Pete Dumb, Oni Dorkin, and Danny Lurch. The Kings of NXT, a.k.a. the Four Stooges, Mo, Larry, Curly, and Shep, face each other in War Games, December 6th, NXT TakeOver, War Games 2020. That's really a lot of fun. Looks like Candice LeRae's got her team together, but what about Shotzi Blackheart? I wouldn't be surprised if Ember Moon and Toni Storm said, hey, we want in on War Games. And then you add a 4th member. Who could that be? It could be anybody. Could it be the mysterious woman that Boa is talking about? Could it be Xia Li under a new gimmick? Never know for sure. War Games is going to be very interesting, to say the least. So that's all the time I have on this 3rd episode of the Bridge Up NXT Recap for the 18th for yesterday, the 18th of 2020, November. And on the next episode, give you the NXT UK recap. All right. Peace, guys. Have a wonderful night. Stay blessed, hang loose, and be cool, man. I'll see you. Peace.